Hi, welcome to Mina's Bookshelf for another deck review. This is a new release by US Games. It's the Magical Hours Tarot, 78 cards and guidebook, written by Cecilia Lattari and illustrated by Fabiana Del Monte. The publicist just sent me a copy of the deck for purposes of review, and I'm really grateful and I'm really glad to have the opportunity to share with you this deck. I was intrigued by the idea of a tarot deck built on the scaffolding of the RWS system, but with layers, interesting layers, where the cards are associated with different times of the day, since the day I had the first look at this deck on Instagram. But let's go inside and find out more about this interesting concept. This is the beautiful clamshell opening magnetic keepsake box. This is a mass market deck, retails for $29.95, but has a lot of the features that you normally find in an indie deck, and this is something that is becoming very common, very usual with US Games. Beautiful UV spot gloss all over the box, the artwork on the sides as well is treated with UV spot gloss. It's a nice touch. Beautiful, dreamy image on the front of the box. This is obviously digital art, photographic manipulation. This is a very talented artist, Fabiana Del Monte. We'll read more about her when we go through the guidebook and we get to the bio pages. This is one of those matryoshka boxes, as I normally call them, where there is a tuck box inside the hard shell box. The guidebook, printed on matte paper, really nice, with full color pictures. And the tuck box actually doesn't have the deck inside. It's a pretty, the deck is here next to me. It's a pretty box with the artwork in the back and the front. It's kind of sturdy. It's not a flimsy one, but I found it a little difficult to put the deck back inside because the deck is chunky. So what I normally do with these decks, I put this box aside and I store the deck either in this box or a bag. Let's read from the back of the box. A journey through time, space, and dreams in search of the hidden magic of nature. In nature, time is dynamic and ever evolving. The light changes every hour, and with it, the colors and subtle sensations that open our eyes to the magic of each moment. This unique deck follows the path of the sun and moon throughout the hours of the day and the night. By paying attention to these alchemical shifts, we discover the insights and messages available to us. Magical Hours Tarot includes 78 cards and 128-page full-color illustrated guidebook. Things that intrigue me about the deck. Of course, the beautiful presentation, outstanding packaging, stunning artwork that has a surrealistic flair with anthropomorphized creatures and botanical associations for each of the major arcana and minor arcana as well. Flowers and plants are featured in each of the cards. These are the beautiful backs. Gorgeous. I love this color scheme, deep orange, stunning on this dark background. The cards are printed on a glossy cardstock. Of course, there will be reflection, and I know that this is not everybody's favorite cardstock, but it's pretty resilient and still flexible. There's no edging. The edges are raw and white, but I might edge this myself. Matte gold with a little ink pad, or maybe even a terracotta orange would be great, or copper. Beautiful. Let's take a look at the guidebook for a few details. Cecilia Lattari is the creator of many other decks published by US Games. One for all of them that I really love is Zodiac Tarot. There's a review of this deck on my channel if you're interested. In nature, time is ever-changing and magical. The light changes every hour, and with it the colors and subtle sensations. Each moment of the day is inhabited by insects, animals, and flowers that follow one another in a natural and ancient rhythm that marks time, days, and seasons. In this deck, we can follow the path of the sun and moon throughout one day and one night. We will meet fantastic and real creatures, guardians of the dawn, the twilight, the deep night, and the distant shining moon. The major arcana, when arranged side by side, describe a time cycle from sunrise to sunset to full night, ending with a new dawn. The deck is a journey through time, space, and dreams. The images are beautiful. They have a dreamy look, a surrealistic flair, and yet they're grounded in the nature with the association to the moments of the day and the night and plants and flowers. So the deck consists of 78 cards, 22 major arcana, 40 minor arcana, and 16 core cards. The cards' meanings are based on the RWS system. Other important information you might want to know: in the minor arcana of this deck, we encounter plants dedicated to the dawn, daytime, twilight, and deep night. And there's also a more detailed specification for each of the suits and the plants and the moments of the day. Then we go into the major arcana, full color picture. The moment of the day, the archetype is associated with. For example, the Fool is associated with dawn, of course. There is a description of the card, the meaning, the association with the plant. In this case, we have the morning glory. And then, very interesting, this is what I found pretty interesting, on the bottom of each of the write-up for each of the cards, there's a specific time of the day, 6 a.m., and guidance to create, a spiritual connection with the card, and also to use the energies of each of the hours of the day to your own advantage. When you wake up, open the windows and look at the sky, whatever the weather. Take a moment to contemplate the new day. For the minor arcana, we have a smaller picture, a shorter write-up. We don't have that inscription of the bottom with the time of the day and the guidance on how to use the energy of that specific moment, but we still have here under the name of the card the association with a plant. Dawn plants, for example, for wands, twilight plants for cups, midday plants for pentacles, and night plants for swords. At the end, we also have spreads, just a couple, I believe. There's a 1 card a day, 3 card spread, and an interesting from sunrise to sunset 5 card spread that we might try at the end. Cecilia Lattari is an author, theatrical pedagogue, educator, actress, and director. She's an herbalist and trainer in the field of nature with a predilection for outdoor education. She's the creator of the Woodland Fairy Tale Tarot, Zodiac Tarot, Urbana Witch Oracle, and the Secret Oracle of Green Witch, all published by US Games. Fabiana Belmonte studied art and illustration in London and then in Spain. Since the early 2000s, she has been using Photoshop in her work, but also experimented with traditional photography before devoting herself entirely to digital collage. And it's digital collage done really well. It's seamless. It's beautiful. Into the cards we go. One more look at these beautiful backs. I can't get over how beautiful they are. The deck is chunky and has a little bit of an inward bow. I haven't shuffled this deck many times, but my guess is that if you do that repeatedly, you might be able to change the direction of the ball in the other direction. So we're also gonna go, at least for my major arcana, not for the minor, through the cards, using the guidebook as well to give us an idea of what the planet's associations are and the association with the moment of the day. So for the full, we have the dawn, we have the morning glory, and the guidance, 6 a.m. When you wake up, open the windows and look at the sky, whatever the weather, take a moment to contemplate the new day. As I said before, the structure is the structure of the Rider-Waite-Smith system, and we pretty much have the same symbolism in each of the cards, with some, of course, interesting layers, the botanical layers, the presence of some fantastical creatures, anthropomorphized creatures. We'll see them as we go. The Magician, early morning, 6:30 a.m. Take a few deep breaths as you wake up and remember to drink a big glass of water. Get ready for the gifts of the day. The plant that is associated with the Magician is the pumpkin flowers. And I don't know if they're so popular here as a food in the US, but I can tell you deep down in the south in Italy, where I'm from, we eat them. We bread them and we flour and eggs, and then we fry them and we eat them, and they're so delicious and extremely, extremely healthy. Next is the High Priestess, early morning, 7 a.m. In the initial hours after waking up, pinpoint your dreams. They will be a magic map. The plant that is associated with the High Priestess is the lotus flower. We'll read from the guidebook at the end. We'll pull a card from the major arcana and from the minor arcana to show you how the creator, the author, Cecilia Lattari, explained the association with the moment of the day and the botanical element. There's an air of mystery in that High Priestess card. Then we have the Empress, early morning, and the beauty, regal beauty of the roses. 7:30 a.m. Decide on what well-deserved treat for yourself to indulge in today. The colors are kind of very delicate and muted, and the look is very ethereal. But then there are in the cards pops of color here and there, these beautiful oranges and the beautiful greens. They really pop, and with this borderless look, this nice white little banner. I like the font used for the names. I like the Roman numerals on top too. It's the whole image comes together really nicely for my eye. The Emperor, morning, 8 a.m., associated with the laurels. Write on a small sheet of paper 3 important things to do today, a mini to-do list, so you don't get lost during the day. So it's the idea of creating a structure in your daily life. Nice little advices here that are practical, that can be used in the mundane. I mean, the message, and we'll take an example, we'll take a card and I'll give you the example later, are really nice. And I think that it can be easily applied to your everyday, mundane life as guidance. So this is the anthropomorphized creature I was talking about here. The eagle. And the laurels, symbol of victory. Roman emperors used to wear a garland on their head, a crown of laurels. Then we have the Hierophant, morning, 9 a.m., associated with the passion flower. I'm trying to avoid the reflection of the light. I also chosen a variety of oracle decks that can be used in combination with this deck, and I really had fun doing that. It really combines with so many decks that I have in my collection. Now we move to the Lovers, mid-morning, 10 a.m. Be kind, you don't know what someone else is going through. And the plant is the pink peonies. We don't have an angel, but we have this anthropomorphized fantastical creature here on top of the bushes. The Chariot, mid-morning, 11 a.m., associated with the dandelion. Beautiful card, really stunning. This is digital art done really well. The plant is the dandelion with its arrow-shaped leaves and sun-colored bloom, open and available with its seeds ready to fly far from the starting point. The Strength card at 8, associated with noon, and the sunflowers. Look for a person, famous or not, who can inspire you with their actions. Do not be afraid to pursue what you believe in. The Hermit, midday, 1 p.m., associated with the snowdrop, a winter flower. A beautiful card. Wheel of Fortune, early afternoon, 1:30 p.m., associated with lilies. Justice, early afternoon, 2 p.m. If there's a message you want to send, do it. Thank those you love. Celebrate the people you care about. And the botanical association is with the Hawthorn, a duplicitous plant that smells of spring but also of death. The Hangman, afternoon, 4 p.m. And the plant associated is the vines. Ivy. Very interesting. The Death card. Look at this fantastical creature here. It's not a white horse. And the Death has wings. It's the angel of death. Twilight, 6 p.m. If you have broken items, throw them away or donate clothes you no longer wear. Get rid of the superfluous. The associated plant is the violet, which develops using the phenomenon of cleistogamy. Beneath the aerial plant grow other hidden white underground flowers, the cleistogamous, invisible flowers that help release seeds. Interesting. Learning something new about flowers. Then we have Temperance, early evening, 7 p.m. The alchemical card for excellence. How beautiful. The associated plant is the magnolia, which almost magically blooms before the leaves are born. Within a day, the plant goes from nearly bare to a triumph of flowers, shining in the evening light like little fairy cups. And we have the Devil. Interesting card. The Devil is playing the violin, associated with the evening, 9 p.m. And the plant is the tuberose, which blooms at night and smells enchanting. In the past, it was thought to be capable of inducing sin because of its intense aphrodisiac scent. Beautiful card there. 9 p.m. What habit would you like to change? Start doing that today. It can even be a small thing that will slowly lead to bigger changes. Then we have the Tower. Night, 10 p.m. The card of the unexpected. The plant is the electric daisy, Acmella alba, with edible flowers that create a mild electric shock when eaten. An astonishing occurrence like the energy of the Tower. Very interesting. I've never seen this plant. Take a look. the star card, the one that was on the back of the tuck box. This is a beautiful card. I think it's one of the first ones I ever saw. Deep night, 12 a.m. Observe the starry sky without the help of apps or telescopes. Find a meadow or park and look to the stars. The birch tree is the plant associated with this card. The birch invites us to be flexible and gentle. It marks the step towards the light. Then we have the moon. Gorgeous card, beautiful. This deck would be easily paired with any deck that has the artwork by Gianna della Grottaglia or Stacy DeMarco, for example. All incredibly talented digital artists. This is the late night, 2 a.m. Make a lunar infusion by steeping your favorite herbs overnight in water exposed to the moonlight. The plant is the night bloom jasmine, Chestrum nocturnum, which blooms at night and smells amazing. Very magical, a very magical card. Then we have the sun. It's 5 a.m., so we're completing the cycle. Day, night, day, the early dawn, 5 a.m., and the plant is the hibiscus. The plant continues to bloom throughout the summer, but each of its flowers falls to the ground in the evening. Interesting. Celebrate what you have, the joy of the moment. Then we have the Judgment card. Oh, I love this card. I love them all. I haven't found a card that I don't like. This is the early dawn, of course, 5:30 a.m. And the plant is the Datura stramonium variety, an extremely poisonous plant. It's the associated flower is the Brugmansia, also known as angel's trumpet because of its shape resembling a trumpet. It's part of the Datura stramonium variety. Its symbolism is linked to the ability to return home, partly because of the shape of the flower, which may also resemble a lantern. To return home is indeed to find one's way in the world. The advice is make a playlist to accompany your day, make several depending on how you feel, so you have plenty of choices to use according to how you feel. So very simple, very actionable advices to work with the energy of the time of the day. And the World card to complete the major arcana associated with dawn, 5:45 a.m. And the botanical association is the seed, starting life, the life process, the life cycle all over again. If you put these cards next to one another, I don't have a big table available to show you, but you will be able to appreciate the changes in the light in the sky from day to night and then dawn again. So these were the major arcana. Now we go into the minors. We don't have a specific plant associated in or illustrated, represented here in the card or in the book. We just know that the wands are associated with the dawn plants. The Ace of Wands represents urgency, rather often that of putting a new idea or inspiration into action. This is the Ace of Wands. We'll go a little faster now. The Two of Wands. The Three of Wands. Very surrealistic with cacti and goldfish swimming, floating above rocks in a sky that is completely surreal. So at the dawn we can still see some of the stars, but then we can see the light of the sunrise taking over. Three of Wands, the way I would look at the presence of fish, for me fish is abundance. So it's always a successful, an indication of success and abundance and prosperity. The Three of Wands, of results and accomplishments. Then we have the Four of Wands. With the paper lanterns. The four poles in the ground. And this idea of elevation here with this hot air balloon. We have the Five of Wands. Conflict, everybody looking in a different direction. Unable to put their efforts together, combining their energies towards a common goal. Forgive me. We have the Six of Wands. Victory. The Seven of Wands. The Eight of Wands. And this is really interesting. With these letters floating. Nine of Wands. Ten of Wands. And the court cards. Page of Wands. The figure on the Page of Wands, which like every court card goes beyond gender and is rooted in a specific personality, energy, and interaction with the world. It is the discovery of the world as an adventure to be experienced. The Knight of Wands, amazing cards, beautiful. The Queen of Wands. And the King of Wands. And now we move to Pentacles. Midday Plants. This is the association, the Botanical Association. Holding the pentacle, the coin. Two of Pentacles. Keeping the balance. Three of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles. Holding them to her chest. We still see the plants here. The Five of Pentacles. Stranded on a rock in the middle of a stormy sea, but help is on the way. They're just not looking in the right direction. Six of Pentacles. Seven. Eight of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles. I like the fact that the creator kept the dogs, the dog in the image. Very similar to the RWS card. Now we have the Page, the Knight, the Queen, beautiful, beautiful card, and the King, another anthropomorphized creature. Then we have the Cups. This Ace of Cups reminds me a lot of a Page of Cups. Twilight plants are the ones featured in the cards. See, the idea of this little fish popping out of the cup reminds me of the Page. Two of Cups. Beautiful detail. I hate to see the number to the banner covering the face of the lion. Otherwise, it would have been a perfect card. Three of Cups. Four of Cups. Five of Cups. Six of Cups. Seven of Cups. Eight of Cups. So for those who wonder about the art form, it's digital art, digital collage. A lot of Photoshop involved in the creation of the deck. 10 of Cups. Definitely my cup of tea. I do love it. Page of Cups. Knight of Cups. Queen of Cups. And King of Cups. Very interesting and wolf. And then the swords. This is the Ace of Swords, one of the most beautiful cards in the deck, associated with the Knight and the Knight plans. The Two of Swords, the Three of Swords. How beautiful. Four of Swords. Five of Swords, walking away. Six of Swords. Seven of Swords. Eight of Swords. 9. Interesting, your fear and anxiety hanging over you. The 10 of Swords. The Page of Swords. The Knight of Swords. The Queen of Swords. And the Knight of Swords. Shuffle the deck. I'll shuffle the deck and I will pull a card and we're going to read from the guidebook. The size of the card is the size of a standard tarot card, slightly wider and taller, like many of the new decks from US Games. I have small hands and I still manage to refill shuffle. Not a problem. It will take time though and use before the cards become more flexible. One more shuffle. Because of the bow, I wasn't able to do the side shuffle that I prefer. Okay. So let's pull a card and let's see what the message on the book says. The Hierophant. Interesting. Okay. Hierophant. Associated with morning, exactly 9 a.m. The Hierophant represents the unveiling of the sacred in the everyday, which can take place through a message, a guide, or a key to reading the present. She is also connected to tradition and faith, especially in times of crisis, when we feel we have lost faith in what we believe. It takes careful eyes to observe what is invisible. Often the Hierophant messages are hidden, and we need another perspective to perceive them. The plant is the passion flower, symbolically connected to passion of Christ, and thus to the rediscovery of hope in a time of extreme difficulty. Here the idea of faith has no religious connotation, but rather recalls the value system to which each person relates. The passion flower opens in the morning, and it blooms. Its bloom often lasts for only one day, a reminder of fleeting beauty. With the Hierophant, we enter full mourning. The advice is take a short break if you can, light some incense, a candle, or make a small ritual gesture, even invented by you. Very nice. Let's pull another card. Let's see, maybe we can get a minor arcana. Yeah, the 10 of Wands. see what the Ten of Wands has to say in the guidebook. Dawn plans. The Ten of Wands reaches an excess. We are inside the fire suit. What happens when we lose control of this element? The situation can get out of hand, just as it does in this card. You wanted to do too much, and now you cannot keep anything in check anymore. It is the card of overwhelm, which is also called burnout. Something has gotten out of control. The fire has flared up, and only if we abandon something else can we move forward. It is not possible to always say yes. This card can refer back to the Emperor and his ability to set boundaries. The lesson to be learned in this: sometimes saying no allows us to gain something more, even if we initially think we will lose it. Holding on to the unnecessary weighs us down. Letting go means making room for what is to come. It is a good time to take stock and stop giving our personal energy away. Okay, so let's try one spread, and then I'll move the camera a little bit, making sure that you can get a nice view of the cards, a better view of the cards and the details, trying to avoid the reflection of the light. Let's see. The spread that I would like to show you is the from sunrise to sunset. Choose 5 cards and arrange them in a star pattern. Okay. Card number 1, Morning Star, Inspiration, Visions. Where can I find what might inspire my situation? We have the moon. And well, in your subconscious and in your intuition, this is what the cards is telling me. Find inspiration to solve your situation in your subconscious, maybe in your dreams, in what your intuition tells you. Don't be afraid. Don't let doubts and irrational fears to hold you back from taking the steps on a new path, on a new idea. Let's see what the guidebook says for the moon. Late night. The moon is a changing card, just like the star it follows. At night, things are never exactly the same as during the day, and under the milky light of the moon, they seem to change with every glance. This card is connected to all those moments when we are not quite sure what is happening because it has not manifested, or perhaps it is hidden. The only thing to do in such cases is to rely on one's intuition. This is a card that speaks of secrets, but also of revelations accomplished through the subtlest senses. The moon has a magnetic power connected to the waters and receptivity. Listen, especially to what seems to escape you. The plant of choice is night-blooming jasmine, Chestrum nocturnum, which blooms at night and smells amazing. Just one of its branches can make an entire house fragrant. It shines magical under the full moon, pointing the way to dreams. So listen to your dreams. You might find messages and guidance in your dreams. Dawn, what resources do I have available to deal with this situation? 10 of Wands. Well, it looks like your journey is complete. You have labored on whatever you have done. You have done a lot. It seems also like it's the moment now to maybe delegate some of the work, some of the burden to other people, because you seem to be at the end of the rope here. Midday, where does the heart of the matter lie? The Knight of Wands. This is a card that talks about change, creativity, courage, taking bold steps towards a goal, not being afraid to start something new. This is the Sagittarian card, so it might involve change, travel, movement, certainly a lot of optimism as well. In its more shadowy sense, meaning it might be that you might have taken on more than you were able to handle, because you might have overestimated your ability to bring a task, for example, to its completion. The Twilight card. How can I develop my inner voice and my intuition? What should I pay attention to? With the Three of Swords, well, I would say past negative experiences and heartaches and disappointments that you might have experienced in the past, they should have taught you a lesson by now. And this is how you develop your inner voice. Pay attention to what your inner voice is telling you. That inner voice will talk to you from a place of knowledge that comes from past experiences. Possibly experiences that have taught you something in a hard way. And for the Deep Night card, we have the Queen of Pentacles. What lies deep within, what sustains the situation, even if I cannot see it. You probably have more resources at your disposal for whatever the issue is in this reading. You probably don't even realize that you have all the resources. You do. You're abundant. You're also very practical. This is the card of the housewife, of the person that knows how to take care of kids, family, home. The Queen of Pentacles is capable of whipping an incredible meal, even with some very basic and few ingredients that she has in the kitchen. But because she has practicality as one of her innate qualities, she'll be able to find abundance in everything. So this is an example of the reading with the 5 cards. And now let's do some of the pairings, and I'm going to change the view of the camera so we can have a better view of the cards and the deck. The first kind of pairing that came to mind when I started to play a little bit with the cards was a botanical association, since plants are featured in every card. Maybe combining the tarot deck with an oracle deck that has plants on the forefront would be a great way to bring that botanical energy out, expand it, put it in the forefront. So one example would be the Botanical Inspiration by Lynn Arawa, and that would be a great deck, not only because of botanical messages, the energy, plant energy, but also because of the art style that, although completely different, it seems to match the collage art style pretty well. One of the cards is a little bent. Okay. So we have the Fool with the dandelion, rebirth and new beginnings. The 8 of Pentacles with the yellow rose, Rosa sulfurea, enthusiasm and friendship. And the Knight of Pentacles with the magnolia, nobility and self-esteem. One more, we have the 7 of Cups with the pink rose, grace and sweetness. One more, Crocus with the Hierophant, cheerfulness. Okay, so this was the combination with the Botanical Inspiration deck. Then another botanical deck I was thinking about is the Oracle of the Roses. It's an oracle deck by Sherilyn Darcy. It's all roses, but they have a keyword that indicates an archetype, and I think it would work really well in readings where you inquire about the let's say qualities and personality, energy of a particular person you have in mind. So we have the 3 of Swords with the Gardener, the Knight of Wands with the Warrior, the 10 of Wands with the Sage, wisdom that comes from the hard work, and the Moon with the Mother, very Cancerian message here. Queen of Pentacles with the Seeker. Really nice. Eight of Cups with the Rebel. So this was the combination with the Oracle of the Roses by Shirley Darcy. Another botanical deck, it's a pretty old one, but one that I treasure in my collection, is the Enchanted Blossoms by Carla Monroe. This deck features fantasy butterflies mixed with an hybrid of butterfly and dragons and plants. So here we have Strength with the Daffodil, Beginnings. We have the Seven of Wands with Dreams, Royal Fern. Knight of Swords with Love. And the King of Swords with Sincerity. I love this pairing. Pentacles with Innocence. And the Five of Wands with Courage. Okay, so this was the combination with the Enchanted Blossom by Carla Monroe. Moving on to a different kind of theme, I was thinking about surrealism. Oh, I forgot there is one more botanical deck. And this, I'm not sure I remember what the name is. It's like the Edgewick Botanical Oracle deck. We have the Ten of Pentacles with the Daylily, Ephemeral. So when you use botanical decks with a deck that, an oracle, botanical oracle deck with a tarot deck that features plants and flowers, it would be interesting to see if some of the plants come back in both the image of the tarot card and the oracle, just to understand if there's a redundant message or a very powerful message you need to pay attention to. The Magician with the Golden Poppy, Dream. Very different art style, but still nice. Nine of Swords with the Stabilize. And the Two of Swords with Humility. So this was the Botanical Witch Oracle. I think the name is Botanical Witch. Not sure 100% though. I've had this deck for forever, but it's not one that I use particularly often. So I was saying another combination is the, oh my goodness, sorry. I stand corrected. I do have more botanical decks. This one is the Botanical Dreams Oracle by Lynn Araro. I still have to do a review of this one. Beautiful. With artwork by Catherine Wildstein. Look at this beauty here. Queen of Wands with Sense of Wonder. Page of Pentacles with Choices. Page of Cups with Creativity Blooms. I do identify the cups with creativity as well. Sun and Cycles of Life. And the King of Wands with Lavender Bliss. Beautiful. Ooh, the Queen of Cups with the Violet Lady. Beautiful deck. I cannot wait to get to work with this one. I haven't had the time to do a lot of readings, and I still have to do a review, but stay tuned, it will come. The other botanical deck is the Magical Herb Oracle by Shirley Darcy, the same creator of the Rose-themed Oracle that I showed you before. And here we have, oh beautiful, the Five of Pentacles with Protection. The King of Pentacles with Expansion. Nice synchronicity there. the Knight of Cups with activation, and the High Priestess with change. Really nice. So, oops, this was the combo with the Magical Herb Oracle by Shirley Darcy. And now I think I'm possibly be done with the botanical decks, and so now we can finally go into surrealistic, the surrealism as a theme, aesthetical theme for both images, for both decks. We have the Oracle of Mystical Moments by Catherine Wildstein, and I think this one is perfect too as well. We have here the Ten of Swords and the Knight Ride. The Hangman with the Observer. The Five of Cups with the To the Moon and Back. And the Three of Pentacles with Weaving Flowers. One more. The Five of Swords with House of Flowers. Okay, so this was the combination with the Oracle of the Mystical Moments by Catherine Wildstein. This is a mass market US Games deck. Surrealistic Images. Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reid. I thought about this deck as well, mainly because Jenna della Grottaglia's artwork is preeminently digital collage, so it would look great with this deck. We have the Nine of Pentacles with Co-Create. What do you think? Let me know in the comment section how you like the deck, if you like the pairings, if you have any other deck that you would love to work with in combination with the tarot deck, if you're going to give this deck a chance. We have Judgment card with the Fates, the Death card with the Truth Be Told, and the Lovers with A Change in the Wind. Very nice. One more. Ace of Pentacles by the Book. Really nice. So this was the Wheel of Fortune with To Be Fair. One more card. One more. I really like this one. The Four of Swords with the Here and Now. Okay, so this was the combination with the Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reid for a more surrealistic look. I also tried it with the Vintage Wisdom Oracle by Victoria Mosley. Because in a few of the cards, and maybe this one in particular, this would be one of the ones that made me think of a combination with the pre-Raphaelite artist Dante Gabriele Rossetti, for example, which is featured in a couple of the cards here in this deck. Let me see if I can find it. The card that made me think of this deck. There was a card. Anyway, we have the Four Cups with Love. The Nine of Cups with Celebration. The King of Cups with Nature. And the Ten of Cups with Beauty. Doesn't she look like one of the women here in the card with these beautiful garlands of flowers in their heads? The Hermit with Strength. And the Empress with Thought. Alright, so this was the combination with the Vintage Wisdom Oracle by Victoria Mosley. Moving on, let's see what else. Collage art style decks. That would be perfect. Oh, one more. The Elqui Oracle by Melanie Delon and Arwen Lynch Poe. So we have the Six of Cups with Amelie, she who questions, curiosity, destiny, and search. And a nice passion flower featured here in the card. We have the Chariot with Geneva, she who radiates, knowing, ambition, and confidence. That's a great combination when it comes to meaning of the cards. The World with the Terrace, she who is present, now awareness and acceptance. Justice with Regina, she who investigates, leadership, provocation, and power. Right. Great synchronicity there. Six of Swords with she who regrets, eclat, battle, victory, and bitterness. So this was the combination with the Elqui Oracle by Arwen Lynch Poe. I thought about also the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck. Very ethereal too. This is a deck that I use for, especially for career and financial stability readings. So we have the Eight of Wands with a Rebirth. The Page of Swords with a Radiant Abundance. The Six of Pentacles with Financial Flow. And the Queen of Swords with Fortress of Protection. Two of Cups with Sacred Stillness. Let's see, what else? I have many more decks that I would like to share with you. One of them, well, this is an interesting pairing with the Ancient of Stones Oracle by Rebecca Campbell. This would be an interesting combination too. We have the Three of Wands with the See the Beauty, Gratitude, the Sacred is Everywhere. The Emperor with Live the Question, Curiosity, Open Your Mind, Live into it. And the Seven of Swords with the Gateway, Open Doors, Opportunities, Right Timing. Yes. You know, doing without planning, but sometimes the things work in your favor because you're seizing an opportunity that you probably miss if you used your time instead for strategizing. So Carpe Diem. So that was an interesting pairing. Oh, the Star with the Secret Chamber, Potency, Deep Connection, and Treasure. I would like to work with this pairing as well. I will do my best to feature all these decks in my monthly readings, in my pick a cards. Another interesting combination with the Wisdom of a Fizz, an oracle deck with poetic renderings by Daniel Ladinsky and art by Silas Tubal, an oracle by Angie Sallins. Here we have the Ace of Cups with Speak Your Truth. The Temperance card with Set Your Intentions. The Tower with Decide for Yourself. And the Eight of Swords with Create. I thought it would be an interesting combination. Ask for help with the Three of Cups. Not necessarily for the artwork, but because I think that is a great write-up for this deck. I love the messages. I love the Hafiz poetry. Ace of Swords with pause for reflection. Really nice. So this was the combination with Wisdom of Hafiz. And let's see what other decks you might potentially use in combination with this one. I just got this one. This is the Soul Coaching by Denise Linn. Another one of my favorite Oracle deck creators. We have the Seven of Pentacles with commitment. Yeah, you have to commit to hard work and growth in order to reach abundance. The Devil with power. Power to resist the temptations. The Six of Wands with awakening. And the Nine of Wands with adventure. This could be a good combo also for the Page of Wands and the Energy card. Yeah, I like it. I like it. It will work with this combo as well. Let me know which one you prefer. Which one of these combinations works best for you. Another deck I would like to combine it with is the Energy and Spirit by Sandra and Taylor. Collage art style. Might work well. We have the Four of Wands with freedom. Moving on, letting go. We have the Two of Wands with confusion, main choices and uncertainty. Oh, absolutely. We have the Ace of Wands with up from the depths, releasing difficulty. And the Two of Pentacles with prosperity, abundance, success. So this was the combination with the Energy and Spirit Oracle by Sandra and Taylor. Another deck, the Spellcasting Oracle by Flavia Kate Peters and Barbara Michael John Free. Collage art style as well. Very easy deck, easy keywords. We have the Five of Swords with freedom. We have the Three of Pentacles with dreams. We have the Five of Cups with travel. Very similar. Just moving on. And the Hangman with answers. Answers will come to you from meditation, from taking a pause. Oops. And then we have the Ten of Swords with healing. I like this combination too. Let me know what you think in the comment section. I would love to have your constructive feedback. And I'm not done. There is more. I really appreciate you if you're still sticking around till the end of this very long review. And I was mentioning before the Stacey DeMarco's decks. They're great if you enjoy the photoshopped images, the collage art style. This is a great deck, and this one in particular is a great combo because it's a moon phases based deck. So there's a good dialogue between a moon phase deck and a tarot deck that focuses on the energy of each of the hours of the day and the night. And here we have the High Priestess with change. The Knight of Cups with boundaries. And I like the way the characters in the card face a specific direction and look at the card that is next to it, and it's nice to read meanings in directionality as well. We have the King of Pentacles with abundance. Perfect. We have the Five of Pentacles with Resilience, and the Queen of Cups with Assessing. One more, the King of Wands with Focus. So this was the pairing with the Queen of the Moon Oracle by Stacey DeMarco. Another great combo if you ask me. And let's see if I have anything else. I would say this is it. Maybe just one more. Let's see. Maybe in association with the Luminescent Oracle, another very decent Oracle deck by US Games that I still have to review. Might be an interesting choice. I pulled a few cards from this one this morning, and the reading was stunning, amazing. It was a career reading. So we have the Seven of Pentacles with Emotion, the Ace of Swords with Time, the Three of Cups with Independence. She's looking at the Three of Cups, interesting. The Eight of Swords with Engagement, the Tower card with Love, Love of Self, Temperance with Persistence, Ace of Cups with Ambition, and the Star card with Destiny. And I'm gonna stop right here. Thank you so much if you have been watching this video until the end, or even just for part of it. I really appreciate your time. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it helpful and entertaining and informative, and I hope that the review and the walkthrough and the pairings and the readings might tickle your curiosity. Let me know if you enjoyed this video, if you would be interested in getting to see me use this deck also for readings. I'm open also for personal readings. You can book one contacting me at the email address that you find in each of my videos. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you. Until I see you next time, many blessings.